Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, another installment of my series. Listen to this. This is a series where I talk about lesser known albums. They can be by more obscure artists, they can also be by some pretty significant artists. This is one of those that follows the significant artist route. I've only done one other of these, kind of in that vein. That was with my Bee Gees Cucumber Castle episode. Today, I want to talk about possibly my favorite album by this artist, and that is Western Stars by Bruce Springsteen. This is from 2019. Bruce Springsteen on Columbia Records. This album is a doozy, and I know this album got a lot of talk on YouTube kind of when it came out. I know there were some people that kind of maligned it a bit. There were some people that really, really loved it. I know Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, is a big fan of this album. And again, if you're a diehard Springsteen fan, you obviously know this album. But again, for those of you that might not keep up with some of these legacy artists in their later years, whether that's Springsteen, McCartney, Paul Simon, whoever it is, this is one of those pieces of evidence that show that these guys can still make a good record in their 70s. This album, if I was to describe the sound of it, and again, Bruce also would agree with this. He's mentioned this in several interviews that he did promoting this album. Imagine if Jimmy Webb or Glenn Campbell were playing on a record with Bruce Springsteen. That's what Western Stars is. Kind of a loose concept album. There's not really characters or anything like that. But all of the songs have this tone to them that make you feel like you're out west, whether it's, Arizona, Colorado, California. This album kind of has that sound to it. It sounds like California country music, California, orchestral production, again, like Jimmy Webb, like those Glenn Campbell hits, whether that was a Rhinestone Cowboy or Gentle on My Mind. It's got that sound to it. The E Street Band, I believe they're nowhere to be found on this. I think Springsteen's wife might sing a song, some background vocals, but otherwise, I don't believe that there are any uh, E Streeters on here. Again, let me just double check that. Um, No, but some names you might recognize. Greg Lee's on a pedal steel guitar. I saw him play with Jackson Brown. He plays with him quite a bit. But yeah, again, even uh, if there are any E Streeters on here, they're deep in the mix. Like you don't know, that you don't know that they're on there. I believe that there are none that I'm aware of. If they are, it's like one member on one track playing piano or something like that. But I don't think that they're on here at all. Uh, what I would recommend about this album, uh, a few tracks. The first song, uh, "Hitchhiking," is kind of this like mood setter kind of piece, and just about this guy. The first line is "Thumbs stuck out as I go. I'm just traveling up the road. Maps don't do much for me, friend. I follow the weather and the wind." It sounds like it could kind of be like a Nebraska kind of song. I'm talking to you, Rob, at Northern Revolutions. And then it's just like this build up with his voice. He's singing with this grit. Springsteen's voice is in great form here. You wouldn't know that, Bruce is in his 70s in this album. The song Wayfarer is kind of like the first real punch of like that Jimmy Webb string kind of uh, tune. Again, Wayfarer kind of talking about the same kind of thing as a hitchhiker, kind of a rambling character there. Tucson Train is probably the first really good melodic song on here. Again, more of that string kind of production. This is not, a guitar album. The guitars on here are very much like, Wrecking Crew type guitars. They're not at the forefront. Orchestra, strings, but beautiful. It's not like classical. It's again, it's that production. It's that beautiful. mood-inducing kind of symphonic stuff. Tucson Train is great. Skipping ahead, Sleepy Joe's Cafe is a really cool kind of storytelling song. You kind of get stuck in the imagery of that, and there's some great photos in here as well of Bruce. Sleepy Joe's Cafe, I would highly recommend that. Just about this character named Joe, who was a veteran, that kind of thing. Another beautiful kind of ballad is Moonlight Motel. Bruce is kind of singing this like soft kind of voice. Just for example, there's a place on a blank stretch of road where nobody travels and nobody goes, and the desk man says these days around here, two young folks could probably up and disappear into rustling sheets, a sleepy corner room, into the musty smell of wilted flowers and lazy afternoon hours at the Moonlight Motel. It's gorgeous. And again, that's the final track. But you want to hear Bruce, maybe his best vocal that I've heard. Listen to the song "There Goes My Miracle." He is up there. You could 100% hear Glenn Campbell singing that song. It's a gorgeous tune. I can't say enough good things. That's my favorite song on the album. Check it out. There's also a companion album to this called Western Stars Music from the Film. It's a musical film of Bruce singing all the songs. And at the end of that, he does sing the song Rhinestone Cowboy to kind of pay homage to the Jimmy Webb, Glenn Campbell inspiration. So check out Western Stars by Bruce Springsteen. I think you'll like it. But again, don't go in here expecting Born to Run. Go in here thinking of, Glenn Campbell and that beautiful California kind of production from the mid 70s. So late 60s, really. Check it out, Western Stars by Bruce Springsteen. I appreciate you all watching the series. It's a lot of fun to make. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye now.